Greetings, my friend. I am called to come back and speak today. I thought to speak about the fact that we all have karma and we all have a destiny. We all were born with a dream and a mission and a path of life. The karma is all the things that have been deviating from the law. And for we assume that karma is something negative, and then we call all the good things absence of karma. But there is good karma as well. Somebody who's born with a talent is a good karma. And there are some people that have good karma. Excuse me, I'm very flattered. The mosquito, they love me so much, but I have to monitor all my airspace here, because there is not a part of my skin that hasn't been bitten. So, sorry, in any event. And so the karma we usually pay in this life. We understand it in between life. Or in the next life. But in between life, I'm just expressing my perspective on things, that life is eternal and we can never die as a soul. So we after this life, we are asked, we are shown, we have a life review. First, we meet our friends, we celebrate, we play, and then a guide says, well, you have to pass your life in review in order to decide what's the next step. And from there, we are able to experience all that we've ever done, all the effect of all the cause that we've created in our last incarnation. It means we are able to feel all. Sorry, I have no choice but to eliminate them as soon as I can, because otherwise I will pay for it. So it's like prevention. So I have to. So it's, if we've done whatever good or bad we've done, we're feeling and experiencing the good or the bad through the eyes of the people that are created, that have experienced the effect of our cause. So at the end, the positive and negative cancel each other, and we are left with more positive or more negative. If there is a lot of negative, usually there is a choice of incarnation where we can actually clean up this negativity. Or if there is a lot of positive, then there is other choices that are open. But in a sense, there is no judgment. There is just missed it. Big one. In a sense, what I was going to say, in a sense, there is no judgment. There is just what goes from the heart goes on one side, and what goes from the ego goes on the other side, and then the scale goes there or there. So it's like, so there is no judgment. It's all about education. So another thing I wanted to say about karma is that there is some cosmic waves that are coming that will liberate a lot of people from unnecessary karma, because there is a lot of unnecessary karma, unnecessary guilt or shame or blame or fears that are no longer necessary. And for that, there is before I talk about destiny, there is a great news that something happened. About a year ago, or many months ago, I've been informed that there was this very negative alien AI technology that was implanted into the earth, that was extremely negative. They was completely pushing negative thoughts, negative emotion on everybody. I was victim of that in Denver. I asked my master guide, because the visions I was getting were completely insane. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. He wasn't authorized to talk about this, but just said, but don't worry. It's just random thoughts. Just let them pass and don't worry about it." And so it's like this alien technology. I know it was about many months ago. I looked at it, and I was saying all the Galactic Federation, the member of the Federation, they were trying to penetrate that thing, this huge weapon, and nobody could find a way in. And then Spirit came down and said, "Well, we let it happen too long. Now we need to put an end to it." And so Spirit assisted, and now they've been penetrated and completely disengaged. And this energy, this technology, has been transformed to broadcast positive energy. So we're no longer subject to those negative alien technologies. We're completely free of that, and we should be able to utilize that. And also we should be aware enough by now not to blame anything, to blame the dark cabal or the dark forces or anybody for the realities of our life, since we are creator. For we all complain. Ashtar was saying, the humans are always complaining. They don't realize they're creating their own reality. And so do not blame others. Just choose something else, and life will follow. And so, because what we fear, we attract. What we love, we emphasize. So just choose on love. Fear is an illusion, but if we feel it, if we believe in it, we'll make it real, and then we'll attract whatever we fear. So the card of the day is all that shine. Oh, wonderful! All those big pile of gold. But it's all that shine. It's all new, kind of new things that are coming into our life. It's just a matter of, regardless of what comes on the outside, is to stay connected to the inside, because otherwise we'll be going through a lot of ups and downs. And all that shine, there is the mask and all the external, the facade. So it's all a facade. Yet it is very important to take care of our physical. I know for myself, I'm looking forward to a complete makeover, and we're going to become. I sort of talk about destiny. Also, we all came with a dream, a vision, but we have no choice. We can fight against our destiny. We cannot fight against, same thing with karma and destiny. We cannot fight against it. We have no choice. The karma will be fulfilled, and the destiny will be fulfilled. Once we balance it out, then there is the destiny, is the fulfillment of our mission. And sometimes Spirit is revealing things to me that are so wonderful, but there are certain aspects that I'm resisting, I'm opposing. I'm like, but then eventually I'm letting it go, and I have to trust, because my soul wants that. And so this is really what happens, will happen, and we don't really have a choice. Eventually we can resist it, we can delay it, but eventually the soul will get what it wants, and will get to the fulfillment of destiny. Destiny is returning to ourselves. God is basically what's before. Destiny and origin are the meeting point. It's the same thing in truth. Although we've learned so much through the process, we'll always come back as more than we left. But God is what was before the origin, and what will be after the destiny, what we call the source, the creator. And Spirit has a great sense of humor in any event. They don't see the things as we do. They're very light about it all, and they don't. They just know. They know it's just an experience. Oh, well, I haven't talked about this in the French video, so I'll keep that for later. For as above, so below. What's within is without. So whether all that is outside is also within. So we have no power to transform what's going on outside, but we have the power to transform how we perceive it within. And we're made of joy and sorrow. We are made of dark and light. We are made of fear and hope. So it's about accepting all that and following the lead of Spirit step by step to disengage from disengage from that which is unwanted, and so because we're going to become galactic citizen, or we already are. If you recognize yourself as a member of the Federation, you can already draw on information and access the resources of the Federation. There can be thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of civilizations that are assisting in this process, and so operating as a galactic citizen means you're following universal law. The Galactic Codex that will be revealed, it will be a new set of laws that people will have to conform to that. Otherwise, the karma is going to be instantaneous. But the Earth is, as the Archangel Michael explained, that the Earth is going to become a star nation, and after the ascension, the whole solar system will ascend, and as humans will be, because there is already ascended planet, many ascended planets in our solar systems, which will ascend even more, but way beyond, like Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, all kinds of, there is all Chiron, very, very advanced planets, but for us as Earth being, we're going to be experiencing becoming a galactic citizen, and we'll have 4 atmospheric planets to live on, with atmosphere and oceans. And Venus is being prepared to regain his atmosphere and its ocean. So is Mars, and Maldek will be reassembled by the Elohim and the archangels at the end of time. So we'll have all those 4 planets, and will become a new star nation. And so, because we are children of the universe, actually we're grandchildren of God, but we're children of the universe. The Father, Mother, God of our universe are the direct children of the first source and center, the first, second, and third source and center, actually, and the Supreme Being, which coordinates all evolution process, and so it's like what we need to become is a bridge between heaven and earth. It's been said many times before. So it's like we are reintegrating this divine feminine. The divine feminine is once again completely aggressed and aggressed by all all kinds of things, but this divine nature of the feminine, the Tao, it needs to be honored, this eternal feminine, and to become a bridge between the Mother Earth and the Great Sophia. There is Mother Earth below and the Great Sophia, the Great Spirit of our universe, the Holy Spirit. And in order, if you need to assist you in this process, to align you with the Great Mother and the Mother Earth, there is the goddess Vesta, who's the mother of our solar system. She's a solar logos with Helios, and so she can assist. I'm working with a lot of goddesses, and they are of great assistance. Sometimes we don't know what they're doing for us, but you can always ask for them. What we seek is to find the still point of perfection, and find the harmonious connection between doing and non-doing, to find and have the gratitude for also, because people are taking a lot from the earth, but there's very little gratitude that is returned. Just an act of gratitude, an act of thank you, Mother Earth, for giving us all your resources, everything that we have, physical body, everything we get from the earth. So we can take from the earth. The earth is giving. It's just a wonderful mother. Yet is to keep the balance and to have if you can have the gratitude, it will definitely help for the earth. Many people consider the earth is a thing that we need to absolutely deprive of all the resources as fast as possible, just by greed and cupidity. When it's like everything is recyclable, everything is recreated from the earth. There's no unlimited resources from the earth. Yet it has to be done with the consent of the Mother Earth and the Great Spirits. So it's like eventually we're going to come into the realization of that's one of the things that we need to include within the human right, is the right of the planet, and to recognize the planet as a being, as a person, just as we will recognize the galaxies and the stars as beings in the future. Yet the cosmic waves that are coming will be very, very felt very positively. Another thing, when you communicate, if you have a chance to communicate with extraterrestrials, when you communicate with crested being, enlightened being from the higher planes, you'll feel a great deal of love. If those are negative, they will try to manipulate your mind, and you will feel not in your stomach. So do not give in to whatever that is. Although there is a principle of attraction, we attract what we need in order to grow. But in my journeys, I've seen countless forms of extraterrestrials, some of them even Draco-reptilians, but I wasn't scared, and I came to realize that the Draco-reptilian that came to me was probably working for the light. It's not black and white. There is beings that are always ascended, that are working for the light, and there may be some beautiful angelic beings that are very dark in truth and very manipulative. So do not play on the form. Just rely on your own feeling and how it feels. And realize you already ascended, and you already have an ascended self in the higher plane. You just need to tune into that frequency. You are that ascended master already in the higher plane. So it's just a matter of tuning into the frequency. And sorry, really, those mosquitoes are really, really aggressive. I'm very flattered that they like me so much. I'm going to pull a few cards. Let's see. Well, the observer of the day is the victory, the success. It is already there. What Spirit is showing me is so incredible. It's like I'll be surprised. I'm sure everybody else will be surprised when it comes. The past is morality. We had a lot of judgment, and it's the great inquisitor. It's like believing in our superior intellectual value and our right to judge. It's like when actually when we're lucid, judging is an act of compassion. But until we're sure to know all the ins and outs of things, then it's not an act of compassion. It's an act of ego. So we have to let go of all kinds of judgment in order to be not to turn green. Right now, it is love. It is we've been rid of those negative lower judgment. In Matthew, I think it's in the Gospel, he says, "You will be judged by the judgment you are judging with. You will be measured by the measure you are measuring with." So the more light you are about things, the easier you. Because people that are very severe about other people are usually on the soul level very severe about themselves as well. And so if you can lighten up a little bit, it's like let go of all those conspiracy theories, let go of all those things, just move into the unity field of love and light and peace and joy and grace. And it is love, it is amiability, friendliness. It is the present. It is really what we're experiencing now. For the now is very important. It is in the now that the future is created. And what's coming is the abundance. Abundance is the ability to do whatever we want, whenever we want. It's a great deal of freedom, and so and abundance and prosperity. We deserve to be abundant and prosper. What we have inside is the emperor. Wonderful. It is called the rebel. It's like breaking the chain and holding the torch of truth. So it's the emperor. It's a lot of responsibility, but we'll assume this responsibility, and everything will be fine. We need to assume our role, assume our destiny, and there's going to be because if we don't take charge, then somebody else does. And it's like Plato used to say, as a philosopher, you have thought about all those things, but a philosopher does not imply the danger of a philosopher that wouldn't get involved in the administrative process of the society is in danger of being administrated by people that are inferior in consciousness than they are. So it's going to be the compassionate, the philosophers that will be given more power in the future. Will seek the rulership of wisdom, and the Republic of Plato is about the rulership of wisdom. And what is on the outside world is going to be coming is the traveling, a lot of traveling, a lot of moving around to explore, to anchor our energy where we go. We can already travel within our consciousness. It's important to open the possibility of traveling within our consciousness. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Stay positive, stay optimistic, just accept whatever is there, but just always try to seek this higher frequency, so we can eventually and trust that the new waves will clear up a lot of things that are coming. I'm going to finish with this song that went through my mind. It's a song of Lenny Lennox. That talks about that everybody's came in with a dream. Everybody's looking for something. It's called Sweet Dreams. Sweet dreams are made of these, everyone. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Keep your head up, holding on. Hold your head up, holding on. Keep your head up, holding on. Hold your head up, holding on. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. So everybody's looking for something, and just continue to follow. Some people have a distorted ideas of what they need. For what we need, we always get. We don't always get what we want, like the Rolling Stones say. We always get what we need, and sometimes we don't understand what we need. But just be attuned to your soul, be joy, remember that you already ascended on a higher plane, and this is just your avatar body. You plug in it every day to participate in this world. I'm going to pull a few more cards. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, so we can stay in touch, that we can interact. And I thank you for your donations. So the observer of the day is choice. There is always a choice. There is always a higher choice and a lower choice. Sometimes you take the middle road, sometimes you take the high road, sometimes you take the low road. But eventually, everything balances out at the end. The highest wisdom is clairvoyance. Continue to cultivate the sense of seeing behind the veil, to be clairvoyant, know yourself as clairvoyant. to know yourself, as there's going to be a lot of clarity of mind that will be descending as a result of this clearing up of this alien technology, as well as the cosmic wave, the gamma ray that comes from the great central sun to the sun. What we need to understand is hope. Hope is very essential to continue to we need to something to hope for, and no matter where we get, there will always be more that we'll need to achieve, to this desire. It's like is what fuels the evolution of life. So just find things to hope for, and so I definitely have a lot of things to hope for. What we need to do is intuition, to continue to follow the intuition, to allow the intuition to become dominant within ourselves, and the outcome will be temperance, to be balanced, to be so the light part of ourselves will be dominant, because we all have a dark part of ourselves, and if we do not recognize this dark part of ourselves, it will emerge at the worst moment. So it's like to recognize this dark part of yourself, and find a way to express it in a way that is safe, that you control. It's like a dungeon. You keep it in a dungeon, and sometimes you let it out. But when you let it out, when it's safe, when it's not going to hurt you or anybody else, rather than just denying its existence, and because we're full of things, we're made of all states and all. And so it's like it's part of the human equation, and to have all that, the fear, the hope, the joy, the sorrow, the dark, the light. We have all of that. We have to love ourselves just as we are, and understanding this is an experience that is provided by our Creator to grow, to learn, to evolve, and to discover love on a higher level. Eventually, that's new octaves of love as we grow. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.